You like the angle?
Yeah.
The movement on that? Yeah, that's nice. I do like that too. So you're thinking about maybe over here at the front?
Yeah, this is going to like a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, I kind of like it over. I like that movement's nice over there. I think with yours, you're going to be able to have. I think I would kind of create, use a little bit. We'll kind of create more of a sparse tree. So really show off some of these branchings. So instead of trying to create a full canopy, we'll really kind of, show off just a couple of these pads here and there. Really kind of play with that, how the branches are kind of elegantly laying down. We're not going to put a whole lot of movement in these branches because this trunk doesn't have a whole lot of movement. So a little bit simpler branching. But I can kind of see just, honing it down to a couple pads here and there. And just really playing with a couple blocks. More of a, I would put this more on the, more of a boonjane, more of an elegant tree than a informal upright. So what I want you to do then, yeah, I think I kind of like over here. So I thought of which first branch. I think I would probably like to keep this one for the time being. We can kind of move them over, like go up front here. We can kind of move them over and eventually create a pad here. Might want to get rid of this one. Nice back branch over here, or even up here. But to start out, I want you to go through and just start cleaning up, getting rid of all this, weaker stuff, the trunk, and just stuff that's popping right out of the trunk there. And just basically start cleaning it up. Next go around, we'll start cutting off branches and kind of getting it down to the ones we need. Or a character branch, thinning it out, and then starting to kind of lay a couple pads here and there, and then your apex, probably right up in here, when it's all said and done. So go through, same thing, start simplifying it, cleaning up the interior, thinning it out a little bit. You can go ahead and start removing, since you got a lot up here, you can start removing a little bit of heftier branches up on the top. Okay. And we'll start from there, okay? Okay. What you see?
Something here-ish.
Okay.
Front.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if it needs a little bit of slant. It kind of gets pretty straight up at the top.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. But
Yeah.
there's some better lines, but it gets a little reverse tapered
Yeah.
and stuff.
I agree with you. A little bit of a bulge right in there. I see a case to be made to give it a little bit of a tilt this way. Just kind of accentuate a little bit of that movement that you have there. So I'd probably give it a little bit. I agree with you. Probably somewhere over in here, the front, slight little tilt.
Yeah.
And then kind of you'll have to edit a couple branches here and there. Need to decide, which do we want to have. So if we have this, a little bit of a lean that way, do you want to kind of continue to push the movement off to the left, or do you want to kind of center it back over to the right on itself? So I want you to kind of think about that a little bit. For me, I probably end up getting rid of this one here, first little branch here, and start, eventually, probably get rid of this side of the apex and having the movement, so I would display it on the left side and then, have the movement going off that way.
Okay.
you got some reverse tape over
Okay,
here, so
yeah.
this is almost has to be, I think. It's pretty straight. So,
And I think this is going to be a case for a lot of them. A lot of them either want to go with a very formal upright or maybe a little bit of a slant or lean.
yeah.
So there's kind of a little kink right at the base there, so that's probably where the most movement is. You don't see the kink there or there, so if you want to use a little bit of movement, it's probably going to be on this side or this side. I do kind of like, there's a little bit of a fatty thing there, but that can kind of be edited down the road a little bit. We can put a little deadwood on it to kind of, take some of that heft on there a
On this
little
side
bit.
of it,
Yeah.
Any trouble bleeding if you work shard this time of year?
No, it should be all right to do it this time of year. Thin them out, clean them up, and then you get something a little bit smaller like this. Give it a nice little clean cut when you get home. A little rooting hormone and maybe 100% pumice. Keep it misted for the first couple weeks, and pretty soon you'll start developing roots and get yourself a new little tree. So I would recommend it if you have too many trees and need more of them. That's what we say. That's an excuse that we do as bonsai, right? We just need, they're just cuttings. Keep long, and as you start to head up, shorter and shorter and shorter. That's correct. Yeah. All the way to the top, we're basically then when we get rid of these chunkier branches, fair that. So those grow out a little bit, and then we can start very past these things.
Found your vision?
What's that?
Did you find your vision?
Yeah, working through it.
Good.
Take these out now.
Yes, go ahead and take those out now. Shorten this area and this area. So start working back a little bit. And I'll kind of show you how this is. Yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah. Kind of clean up any of the things that just kind of right away from wiring. That out.
Yeah. It's going to look beautiful. I like to get some progression footage.
We're still kind of in that period of year where I'm not too terribly worried about them just getting burnt to a crisp. That's be something like this. We're really opening it up. We're exposing some interior weaker stuff. If you do it more later in the summertime, I would be concerned that they're getting hot, too hot, and too much heat on the interior. But during this time of year, we're still kind of waking up into the springtime. I would, for the most part, go back out into a full sun, if not slightly shaded, for a while. And then as we start getting closer to the summer, where we're really getting hot temperatures, more of a shadier environment. Afternoon, evening, sun, not all day long.
Is this your front?
Yeah, about
Are you
right
using
there.
the yellow?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Nice.
Pull this guy down here,
Yeah.
guy over there.
Cool.
This trunk. Now we're starting to open it up a bit. So next issue is this guy up here. He's a little bit heavy for where he is on the top of the tree. So I want to kind of get rid of the whole thing. Do we have something good that can fill in? Yeah, so this one can kind of fill in that space. Let's get rid of this whole chunky, we want smaller branches on the bottom, bigger ones on the top.
I think you said that backwards. You want bigger branches on the
Bigger
bottom.
branches on the bottom, smaller ones
Yeah.
as they go up toward the top. And the same thing up here. This is getting pretty heavy for where it is on the top of the tree. That now we're opened up a little bit. So from here, we're going to basically end up using the rest of what we have for the time being. So next task I'm going to have for you is if you'll go and kind of just start cleaning it out, giving us, thinning out these branches a little bit. So giving us a place where we can actually start getting some wire on it. So just kind of simplifying this line going up. You don't want to take off every last piece of these weaker pieces, but just kind of skipping a little space so we have, you know, place for the wire to make its way down.
That was a self-selected.
That's right. They do that for us sometimes, don't they?
Finished product.
We're getting on the road to
Give it 5 or 10 years.
That's right.
Beautiful. And a nice pot. 5, 10 years.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a sweet tree. Yeah.
I think you'll see a big change over the course of a year or two. That's this now. Now we've done the haircut. It's got a lot of energy still, you know, in this pot. You'll see it kind of really fill out over the course of this year.
Put it into a bonsai pot.
Oh yeah, wait till next spring.
Nice.
Like I said, you can come in here in a little bit if you'd like to. You know, looks like it's got a good consistent.
Did you mark your front with that yellow thing, or
Pardon me?
did you mark your front with the little yellow thing?
And then maybe put some foam on top of it, just to make sure the water's draining through there
Yeah.
and percolating through it well. But other than that, wait till next spring to do it.
It's time for another new
Battery.
battery.
Like a year plus. Now I only like to do so many surgeries on a patient, you know, once.
That's looking nice. Good job.
One or two.
Is this your front?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looking better?
Yeah, that's nice. Good job. You done?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a wedge for you. Let's see. About there, I think.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice. Getting close?
Yeah, getting close.
What time's this one over? Yeah.
Well, it goes to 1, but I don't know if we're gonna use that. What time is it?
Yeah, it's 12:37.
Oh. Guess I'm getting close.
Keep working.
Studio's basically done. Now I'm kind of working on the landscaping things.
Looking good.
So I hope I can get kind of going on that, the late spring and summertime. And then I'm thinking about maybe just going ahead and having some
Finished product.